Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive, open-world action RPG set in the world first introduced by the Harry Potter books that is developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Games. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Now, you can take control of the action to be at the center of your own adventure in the wizarding world. Your legacy is what you make it. Hogwarts Legacy promises to allow you to immerse yourself in the yearned afterworld of Hogwarts by allowing you to explore the castle, its grounds, Hogsmeade, and more in the surrounding British countryside. So many of us, myself included, have yearned for a game that would allow us to live out our teenage dream of attending the famous wizarding school. But the question is, did Avalanche Software pull it off? Welcome everyone, my name is President Brightlife. This is my fancy presidential suit. I'm the president of MMO Erica, or Merica for short. And today we're taking a diplomatic mission across the pond to the wonderful country of open world RP Geneva. And today we're going to be tackling the highly controversial issue of Hogwarts Legacy, and we're going to be giving you the state of this RPG. In the state of the game, I'm going to hit you with some first impressions from my playthrough. I'm going to give you some rapid fire pros and cons, and then we're going to answer the question, should you buy this game in 2023? Before we dive fully into this video, friends, if at any point in today's video I earn your presidential seal of approval with that like button, please do hit that like button. It lets me be seen by more gamers out there on YouTube. If you love content like this, we do this for all sorts of games, including MMORPGs. You can hit that subscribe button below to show me that you want some more. Now, friends, also before we go in, there are two little prerequisites for this one. First of all, there are no story spoilers, don't you worry. We may show a couple of little scenes and respond to those in a funny way, but nothing that's going to give away the main story of this game whatsoever. And then part two, it's no secret that this game is just a little bit controversial in the areas around it. We'll talk a little bit about that controversy, but I'd like to point you to this very wonderful tweet here. The reality is, I really do want to hear your take on this game, on the controversy, but let's remember that if we stand up for people by tearing others down, it leaves the whole world standing a little bit less tall. So as you share your opinion, don't be a jerk to someone with the opposite opinion. But friends, without further ado, let's jump right into the wonderful wizarding world of Harry Potter in Hogwarts Legacy. All right, Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I really don't know much about this game other than it's an open world Hogwarts game and it has been lighting Twitter on fire. But let's just jump right in. I'm excited for this first impression. Let's go right into character creation. Now, I do love that this game lets you recreate Harry Potter like almost immediately. They give you like his glasses, they give you his haircut. It's awesome. Sadly, I don't see a way to easily be the true MVP of the movies. Best glow up of all time, y'all. Okay, so Hogwarts Legacy has really gone in with these sliders to change different things, and I gotta be honest with you, they're a little bit weird to use, especially coming from the world of MMOs. I found that if you can put these in a drop-down menu, it makes them a lot easier to choose through. I would have preferred that, but it's all good. I guess maybe this is better for some console players, but for me, even with the controller, it feels kind of weird.
Meager to get to Hogsmeade.
Oh Lord, if I go with this voice, I'll definitely be beat up and thrown into Hogwarts lockers, so I'm gonna go with the deeper option here. I do like here on this last screen that you can basically customize your character however you want to. If you want to be someone with a higher voice and but a male's body, you can do that. It's kind of nice. You would think that based on a lot of the reaction that wasn't the case, but it actually seems to be decently inclusive here. I'm sure it's not the best for everybody, but hey, it's in there.
Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
No way! He's a wizard in this flying carriage?
Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
You mean that clearly marked path, like right there? Oh, okay, so this is a really nice touch. These quest descriptions are really cool. I like if you need a quick recap, you can just hold down the Y button to get a quick one-sentence recap. Especially coming from the world of MMOs, this would actually be really, really nice to have. Just a quick little thing that gives you a quick story recap. I guess you press Y unless you're on PS5, in which case you'd press some sort of shape. Hit the trapezoid button, PS5 players.
Ah, that's the path down below. This way.
Nah, I'm gonna just stay here for a second. Man, right away, I gotta say it. This game is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Hats off to the Avalanche Software team. This is immaculate. I mean, look at this detail. Okay, so one really weird note here. If you play the game with headphones, you'll notice that the voices from that voice slider that we used earlier for deep and high voices, they aren't actually unique voices. They're modulated ones, meaning that they took one voice actor and they just used a voice modulator to change the pitch of his or her voice. You'll notice that if you use any sort of headphones that really have high sound fidelity, it's a little bit frustrating, and I'm not really a sound engineer, and it's really easy to notice. It's not really a big deal, but this can be a little bit immersion breaking, I'm sure. But on a high note, the music is perfect so far. Very, very good. They obviously didn't get the rights to the movie music, but they put together some music that sounds a lot the same, and it really works here. Totally awesome, not immersion breaking. So far, this game is really pulling off the Harry Potter vibe. And I gotta tell you, I cannot wait for the Quidditch pitch music.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so to learn spells, you have this little mini game, and I kind of dig that. That's kind of nice. It's not just, hey, here's a spell. It's you have to kind of do something for it. That's cool.
Lumos. This is no ordinary vault.
Oh no, massive pillars in a dark cave. Uh-oh. Oh no, I've seen this before. Bro, we should start running right now.
For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Oh, always a bad thing when an older man says that to a minor. All right, into the Great Hall, and apparently only 30 people go to Hogwarts in the 1800s. Okay, time to get my house chosen. I wonder which one is Gryffindor. Yes, I got Gryffindor! I'd like to dedicate this moment to my ex-girlfriend who called me a Hufflepuff when I was 14.
Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me.
They canceled Quidditch, but you can still fly on your brooms. Avalanche's PR team directly wrote that line and gave it to the headmaster to say. But I do bet you $1 trillion that Quidditch is in the first DLC. Mark my words. The game will move out of the news cycle just a little bit, and then they'll drop the Quidditch DLC. It'll go gangbusters, I'm telling you.
Must be different starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Well, it must be different not moving your mouth when you talk, but I didn't say anything. Okay, so I was given this adventure guide by the deputy headmistress, who apparently has nothing better to do than to escort me around the castle, I guess. But she said I have to discover these spaces to learn lore and pass my OWLs. And this first one's my favorite, because I'd never be able to be a successful wizard without the story of a man who was sat upon by a buffalo. Gosh, dang, this game is beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, please send me to Defense Against the Dark Arts. I just want to go to Defense Against the Dark Arts. It's all I've ever wanted to do. Yes! I'm so excited to go to class. That's literally the first time I've ever said that in my 30 years of life.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull.
This lady is awesome. Please be my mom.
You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Minors engaging in unsanctioned dueling that could lead to serious injury or death? Sign me the heck up. You can pet the cat? Yes. There's no achievement for petting the cat. Broken game, return it. Negative review on Steam. Here's that riveting gameplay of flushing toilets that you were all looking for. Ooh, get rid of that right now. Ugh. Yo, this is awesome. They're brewing Polyjuice Potion in here. Yes. Okay, honestly, I gotta take a minute to address the biggest strength of this game, and it's the magic of Hogwarts. There are so many little things that add to the immersion of this game. The ghosts floating around, the magic orchestra, the students talking about classes, the little Easter eggs like this. It's perfect and exactly what I wanted this game to be. Also, the castle is massive, and the student atmosphere is really, really well pulled off. Now, I have heard a couple of people in the MMO circles that I follow talk about how they would have loved if this game was an MMORPG, and I think after playing, I disagree. Even though this world is massive, I don't think it's quite big enough to justify a shared experience with hundreds of players at a time on the same map. There's just not quite enough here like there is in Middle-earth or Azeroth. It's really big, but that would make this feel too small and hectic. I think this game really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the genre that it chose. However, it would have been really cool to have small open lobbies in this game, like maybe 6 to 12 other players at a time. Seeing other players run around the castle, go to classes, or be able to interact with them with duels and maybe Quidditch would have added a little bit more to the immersion depth, but it's really not a big deal at all. I could see them adding this in the future in a DLC though. Another great thing is the characters in this game. The character writing and personalities that the writers displayed are really, really good, and the voice acting is really solid.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
Stop bringing up Quidditch, I'm still in pain. But seriously, first DLC, like literally almost guaranteed. Always pet the cat? All right, this game is freaking gorgeous, man. Wow, this is so good. Yes, the wand designer. Okay, this is awesome. See, the people that made this game really knew that like designing the wand and getting your character looking perfect, that was gonna be a big focus for a lot of Harry Potter nerds, and I think this is very, very, very cool, very well done, lots of customizability. Love this. I don't know this for certain, but I do hope that in the future in the game, you actually can get different style wands for achievements. I think that would be really cool. I haven't seen anything like that yet, but maybe they could put that in, and I think that would be awesome. Now, another quick note on the performance, this game does tend to stutter and lag a bit, especially in Hogwarts itself. I think that the little bugs and glitches like NPCs phasing through one another is to be expected with an open world game this big, but the performance drops are slightly noticeable. I will say they're not quite as noticeable as some reviewers have made them out to be. See, I don't have the best PC in the world, and I'm recording this gameplay through OBS to an external drive, so that's a lot of CPU power, and I'm really not noticing anything too game-breaking and horrible, so it probably won't be the biggest issue for most gamers, but it is there. Okay, also, so here in Hogsmeade, lots of cool crafting systems and such in this game as well. I haven't explored this too deep yet, but this game does seem to have a lot more depth than, say, a game like Far Cry, which I know Far Cry is known for its gameplay depth as much as Hooters is known for their chicken wings, but still, Legacy feels like it has a lot to explore and master.
Here's potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me.
Best fantasy crossover ever. Oh look, they put my mother-in-law in this game. That's nice. Nice, boss fight time. Okay, genuinely really fun. Now the combat so far feels like a solid 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. It's there, it's not a ton of challenge, but there are some good amount of rewarding combat mechanics like Protego parrying and dodge rolling. I think I'm a little bit biased. I did just get done playing Elden Ring, and so that of course is like the master of combat. I was expecting maybe just a little bit more, but it's still totally passable. Hey everybody, Editing Bright Life here. I will say that the combat, especially the dueling, gets really a lot better as the game goes on. Now that I'm like 7 to 10 hours into the game, I've experienced some more of the harder duels. It gets a lot better. I would actually raise this to like a 7 or 8, maybe even 9 out of 10 for combat. It's very well done as you get further into the game. Okay, back to the game. All right, boss is down, and oh, thank God the cat is safe. Oh, sweet. So this game has basic stat boosts with the gear that you get. So the two stats in this game are offense and defense, as opposed to other RPGs with more specified stats like things like strength, intelligence, alacrity, constitution, etc. Now, while I normally love games with those stats like Elden Ring and New World have, I really do like that this just keeps it really simple. It's all you need. Now get back to Hogwarts and being a wizard. Those cat glasses, what are those? There's no way I'd ever wear those. Okay, underground minor dueling network, here we come. Don't mess with these snake eyes. Dang, this dueling is so good. Jeez, this combat's getting a lot better. I'm loving it right now. Okay, overall, I had a lot of fun. I was expecting it to be a little bit more of a controversial game, and I was honestly kind of expecting the game to be really overhyped because of all of the craziness going on, but honestly, the game by itself is really, really good. Okay, let's move into my rapid fire pros and cons for Hogwarts Legacy. All right, first off for the pros, it's Hogwarts delivered. This is the Hogwarts experience that I wanted. It's the biggest compliment that I can give the game is that they put Hogwarts in a game and they didn't cut corners. It's awesome. The second pro is that this is a massive castle and world to go along with it. I think I would have been really bummed if the castle was a lot smaller than it looked, but there are tons of different corridors, inside, underground, all around. It's a massive place to explore. All right, next, the combat is really good, especially as you go further into the game. I would say it takes about 3 or 4 hours for combat to really get immersive, but I've found myself really enjoying it as I get further on into the game, and so huge thumbs up for combat. All right, next, character customization is plenary, and I would also say inclusive. I know that's kind of a little bit of a hot topic right now, but the reality is you can choose any character, they can have any voice, they can be in any dormitory. I think that's really cool for a lot of players, and especially the ones who that really matters to. All right, next, the story so far up into where I've played is very, very good. It's really good so far, very mysterious, kind of pulls you in like a Harry Potter novel would, and it has that magic of the Harry Potter story, and so I really appreciate that. Next, the music and the visuals are epic. They went all out. They did not hold back on the music and the visuals, and I don't think they could have. This was supposed to be the delivery of Hogwarts. It was supposed to be delivery of the magical wizarding world, and the music and the visuals deliver in spades. And then lastly, for the pros, the voice acting in this game is a huge plus. These guys left nothing on the table. It's really, really good. The lines are really well written. The characters are really well developed. It's awesome. All right, now for just a couple of cons. Like I mentioned, the performance issues are in the game for people who really, really care about this stuff. I don't know if necessarily open world RPGs are for you because they do tend to have performance issues just because of the size of the world, but they are there and they can be immersion breaking if that really matters to you. The lack of Quidditch is kind of a meme, but it is a little bit of a bummer. I think especially if you think really hard about it, it kind of seems like it's just going to be a way to sell you DLC in the future, but it is a bummer because if an older Harry Potter game could put Quidditch in, you would have thought that this multi-million-dollar game could have as well. Third, and of course this is a really hot topic, but this game has been really highly politicized outside of the game. There's a lot of maybe guilt or nervousness going into this game, and that's kind of a bummer because I think that this game behind it all is actually really, really good, but it's still there. And for a lot of people, they have a really valid reason to not play this game. Now, I'm not saying that that reason is for everybody, but it is definitely there and it's kind of a shame. And then number 4, the character voices are obviously modulated. This is a very, very small thing, but especially if you're using high capacity headphones, it's kind of a bummer to hear some of those modulated voices. My fellow countrymen, open world RP Genevans, we are gathered in this illustrious Swiss hall to ask ourselves 2 questions today. What is the state of Hogwarts Legacy in 2023? And more importantly, should you buy it? Well, if you're like me, and you've been dreaming for more than a decade of the game that would take you back into the wonderful wizarding world of Harry Potter, then look no further than Hogwarts Legacy. Amid political chaos, Avalanche Software has delivered a game that strikes the delicate balance between open world, Hogwarts charm, dynamic and engaging gameplay, and hours of meaningful, nostalgia-filled content for the Harry Potter fan. While the game isn't perfect, for me, it's a marvel of an open-world RPG that brings me the same feelings as I got when playing games like Skyrim, Elden Ring, and Fallout. Now, of course, unfortunately, while the game is a bubble of Harry Potter love, the political controversy and cries of boycott surround this game like a castle under siege. This video certainly isn't the place to dissect every viewpoint out there, and there are many creators who can and have done this much better than I ever could. But what I can offer to the discourse is what I hope could be a positive outcome. Hogwarts Legacy has unintentionally given us all the opportunity to break out of our social media echo chambers with the opportunity to interact with fellow human beings on the other side of the ideological aisle. The best legacy that Hogwarts Legacy could leave would be to drop the ad hominem witch hunt Twitter attacks and have genuine conversations with someone whose viewpoint is opposite our own. Even if this doesn't lead to the real change of any opinions, perhaps this could lead to a bit more understanding and infuse a bit more humanity into our political discourse, which is certainly what the world needs now more than ever. Regardless, Hogwarts Legacy purely as a game is an utter open world triumph. The record-breaking Steam sales and Twitch views really aren't just hype. The game truly is worthy of the records that it's breaking. Avalanche Software should be immensely proud of the way they've translated the magical world of Harry Potter into this game format. This game is teeming with nostalgic nooks and creative crannies for the Harry Potter fan to explore. If the political issues are a side game for you as opposed to something that you feel very strongly about, I would strongly recommend that Harry Potter fans buy this game as a way to escape into the world that you and I both love. I can only hope that Avalanche Software will double down, add more amazing features, and continue to expand this wonderful wizarding world RPG. Thanks for watching. Friends, I want to take a moment to say thank you so very much for watching to the end of this video. Before you go, if you would let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more games like this. Normally I cover MMOs. If you'd like to see some more open world RPGs, let me know. Friends, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button. But friends, the last two things that I say are probably more important in this video than they ever have been in any other video, but they're just as true as when I said them before. It's that you are more loved than you know, and you are so much more valuable than you realize. I hope that you have an incredible day, and I will see you in the next one.